Good morning or good evening, whatever it is. 4:24, 11:36 p.m. You have to forgive me, and I'm sorry about the bad lighting. I'm not used to vlogging in the dark or whatever it is. But um, as you know, it's been kind of a shitty year so far for me. It's 2015. You know, I made this big push last year to improve things in my life. Things were going okay, but I made what I think now is probably a fatal error, and I thought that I deserved more, just a little bit more, just something in there, and that means more respect from where I was working. I wanted a little bit more compensation from what I was doing at my job. I wanted to have better relationships with people. I wanted to improve my physical health. Just a series of self improvements. When you get a little bit older, I don't want to say old because people will say, "Oh, you're 40 now, you're really fucking old," or they say, 40 is not that old as long as it's compared to like a rock or whatever. It's like that. And it's kind of patronizing, dude. But I digress. Part of the aging process is a gain in something called wisdom. Renji is scratching at something. Probably this is a spider or a bug or something. Probably want to eat it. Um, but where was I? Part of the aging process is somewhat of a gain in wisdom, and I started to think back, and um, when I went through these processes, and I was doing a good job, and everything was going according to plan. Chad's big old master plans usually either work or they don't, and this one was going to plan until, as Julia Practice or whatever that comedian says, God says, "Ha!" Um, Even the best laid plans can go awry. I met a person and got involved with a person, not romantically, but maybe it was all friggin' messed up. Um, and I took on a little bit more than I should, and other things suffered. Um, I didn't get the respect that I needed at my job to validate my existence there because, quite frankly, they were never going to give it. And I decided to go move on to greener pastures. The greener pastures turned out to be grass is greener on the other side because the greener pastures blew up, and I found myself, um, compared to my 40th birthday party where I had a stable job, I had health insurance, I had a surprise birthday party that was thrown by me by some very good friends, and people showed up, and it was a good thing. I spent my 41st birthday alone in my room, just depressed, um, because you keep on working for a goal and you work on the goal, but the goal, each setback puts that goal further away, kind of adds up, and it takes a toll on you. And finally, by the time January, the New Year's rolled around, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. A lot of the progress that I had made evaporated, especially if you lose your job, which I lost my job and then I couldn't find another one. And I still am way thankful that I had, over the past 3 years, actually set money aside for savings. And trust me, if there's something I learned, that's what you use it for. It's for those emergency situations that pop up. It's really hard to save, especially when you first start out, because you accumulate debt and then you have to pay off the debt. But it's important that you just try not to pay off the debt without setting something aside. It doesn't have to be much, but it's enough. And this lifeline um, virtually saved my bacon from there. And So the entire time, January, February, I got this job that I thought was going to be good, but turned out to be a total turd in the punch bowl, and decided not to do that anymore. And thankfully, as this day of the writing, I actually have one job waiting for me and two more jobs that are strong maybes to go to. And it's just a matter of which one that I want to pick now for my new career. Um, and when I say career, I don't mean job. A job is something that you get so you go day to day so you can pay your bills. A career is something that you can build a life. I'm not asking for a lot, but I would like to have a life. I would like to have a stable, home. Just renting an apartment. Don't get me wrong, it's nice and everything, but I want a house of my own one day. One day. And I lost my train of thought again, but as things get a little bit brighter, you start getting your confidence back, and I think that was another thing that took a massive hit last year. I was very confident in my abilities and what I was doing. And when things don't go your way, it kind of takes a hit on your confidence. It can be a person that doesn't feel the same way about you. It can be something that you planned out not working out. And that's part of the failure process of anything without, doing anything. If you don't try anything, you're going to fail 100% of the time. But if you try something, you could succeed. You're going to fail a lot, but you are going to succeed in some things. And I started succeeding again. I think that's another thing that worked out for me. Another thing that helped me on this long road now I'm not anywhere near where I was before at my peak and my confidence levels and physical peak and everything else like that. It's, a lot of rebuilding to do. But I got the things and the building blocks back in place. I'm starting to formulate plans now and hopefully they're going to work. I have a backup plan. I have a tertiary plan. When you don't work, you make a lot of plans and you do a lot of calling and thinking about your life. And another thing that helped me out was I finally got to go back out on the trails. Everybody knows that past few years I became a total technological person. I wasn't into wrestling anymore. I wasn't into the whole big fighting and stuff like that. Kind of has just turned me off on things that people take a predetermined sport way too seriously. And I took a step back from that. I can just watch now. I don't have to deal with any of that bullshit. It's been such a long time since I've been involved with it. I don't have any fight or political pull or anything. I can say whatever the fuck I want, and they're just gonna say, "What the hell does he know? He's not in the business anymore. What the hell? He's just a dumb mark." And I really don't give a shit what they say, or I couldn't give a two fucking flying farts about if people respect my opinion in the wrestling business or not. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you're not that special. Wow. But I got my confidence back. I got things on my plate that I can actually tangibly do now. Financially, it's a struggle, but thanks to my savings and my good financial planning earlier on, I'm not in that much of a hole. I know that I freak out about, finances if I go into the red, but I have to always think about this and then compare my situation with a lot of the people that I know. Compared to a lot of people I know, I'm not as in debt as them. I don't have the bills that they have. I don't have the um, financial responsibilities that they have. I don't have that dark cloud of debt hanging over me. I can liquidate my ass pretty quickly and get things paid off rather quickly. Um, so I'm not too worried about that, but again, it's going to take a little while to pay it off. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Other than that, that's it. Just kind of chilling out. Sorry about the dark cam, people, but I wasn't going to turn the lights for this. I ain't working yet, so I got to keep as many lights off as I can. All right, have a good one. Later, Gators, and again, sorry about the weird webcam.